guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be decorating my living room in my new house. I'm going to be mainly using items I already have and just shopping my stash. We have these amazing bookshelves that need to be filled up. We have this little mantle here, but before we get started on the decorating, I have a few DIYs that I want to do. Alright, first project on the list is we're actually going to be painting the tile around this fireplace. My vision was I wanted painted brick pavers to kind of tie the outside in because we have a painted brick exterior. For some reason, I was told that was not an option, so I picked out this tile that had the texture and the look of brick. I do not like the color. I don't feel like it goes with the house. The plan was always to paint it. It was supposed to have thick grout lines to look more like brick. As you can see, that didn't happen. So for now, we're going to paint it, and at the end, if it's not the look that I love, then we'll just add it to the list of the stuff I have to fix later on. I'm going to be using Dixie Belle chalk paint in the color Fluff. It's a nice warm white. I think it will look great with this. And y'all, I have used chalk paint so many times to paint tile. It's never been an issue. Chalk paint sticks to everything. I actually painted the facade around my fireplace in the last house and it held up great. All right guys, I think that looks really good, and I don't know if you could tell, but I was a little salty that I didn't get the real brick that I wanted here, but now that it's painted, I think overall it is a look that I wanted. I wish the grout was thicker, but I think I'm happy with it. I think I can live with it. Now on to the next project. I want to tone down the gold in this light fixture and give it a more antique look, so I'm going to be using the Dixie Belle Van Dyke Brown Glaze to do this, and a chip brush. I dipped the chip brush lightly in the glaze. You do not need a lot on your brush to do this, and I am just dabbing it on the light fixture, and it's just toning down the gold and giving it a more vintage age look. And you can see here the difference between where I put the antiquing glaze already and where I haven't, and the different, more age look it gives it. Now, would this have been a lot easier and safer to do before the light fixture was hung? Yes, but at the time I didn't know that this was something I was going to want to do. But once it was in the house and I saw everything together, this is what I wanted to do. I did this finish a lot on the light fixtures in my other house. And when I was looking for light fixtures, when you search for antique brass, the price went up like $1,000. And this light fixture was under $200 on Wayfair. And y'all, it is 5 feet wide. So I felt like it was an amazing price for the size of the light fixture, and I could just do a few DIYs to turn it into exactly what I wanted it to look like. I was too scared to go up the ladder anymore, so I just taped my chip brush to a wooden spoon, and I'm just very carefully doing the cap of the light fixture so I do not get any on the ceiling. Another thing that immediately brought up the price of a light fixture was if it had these lampshades on it, and I just loved the look of it, but guess what? For 30 bucks on Amazon, you can order a 6-pack. And I actually think I got these on sale. I think they might have been only $20 when I ordered them. Another great thing about adding this after is that I can make all of my light fixtures cohesive. So it was really hard to find the same light fixture in different sizes, but in this particular style, I was able to get it in 3 different sizes. So I have it in my dining room and my bedroom as well. And now that I'm DIYing it, I can take those light fixtures that I got at different places, somewhere on Amazon, somewhere on Wayfair, and make them all look the same for a fraction of the price. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all, how good does this look? I'm like so impressed. I totally just took this under $200 light fixture and now it looks like a $2,000 light fixture. I need to go do my other 2 light fixtures ASAP. I'm obsessed. Ooh, y'all, I am so excited with how it is looking so far. I just have one more DIY that I want to do. Then we can get to decorating. So I have these very large bookshelves right here, and I just love paneling. You can plan on me putting lots of paneling throughout the house. It just adds so much character. So we're gonna run to the hardware store, get some paneling that we can cut to size, and add to the back of these bookshelves before I even put any decor on. These shelves are all adjustable, but I think I like them at the heights that they are at, so I probably will leave them. But you can see that there's more room to pull them forward, and when I pull them forward, I have this gap right here, which will give me the room I need to put the wood paneling behind it. I want to do a lot of vertical paneling in this house. I love this $35 paneling from Lowe's. I also want to add in some beadboard in places, especially in the bathroom. Love beadboard in the bathrooms. And for $35 for a 4-foot by 8-foot sheet, I feel like this is a great price, especially since the 5mm underlayment that I used to use to kind of do like hack shiplap and paneling has gotten so expensive. Then I have to cut it down, have to sand it. It's raw wood, so it takes 3 coats of paint. This is already looks like paneling. It's already painted. It's just gonna make the process so much faster and easier. Luckily, I have a big SUV and these panels fit perfectly in the back, so that makes it really easy just to go get it myself and pick it up. Now, we don't have our wood shop set up, so I did have to get my husband involved to help me cut it down to size with a track and a skill saw. And then I just pop them right in the back of the bookshelves, and just to make sure they don't fall down, I just put like 2 or 3 finishing nails at the top and the bottom. It is looking good, and I know all the changes that I'm making are very small and minor, but it's like all of those little details and that added character is kind of what makes your home your own. So I'm very excited how it's coming out, but I forgot to get caulk. And I want to do it right from the beginning. I don't want to put stuff up and then have to take it back down. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to go get some caulk and paint the shelves later on, and we'll get back to that. So for right now, I think what I want to do is just put the living room together and put the furniture and stuff in here. So let's do that. Like I said, I'm trying to just use all the pieces that I already have. So this is the rug from the other house. It's been a great rug, so I will link it and everything else in the description. I did order a new one. I will pop it on the screen. I wanted something a little bit warmer toned, and honestly, just a new rug. This one's 4 years old. And this is a coffee table. I thrifted for $30, y'all. I had done it in a makeover video in the other house. These are my my IKEA slipcover sofas. I honestly don't think I could never not have a slipcover sofa. It is amazing. Do y'all remember this cute little table that I made in my foyer makeover in the last house? This is definitely not the permanent piece for this area, but I am so excited that I actually have room for a sofa table in this house. I think it looks pretty good. I need some new pieces. I feel like we need some chairs right here. I'm very excited at the possibility of having a sofa table. I have one in mind on Wayfair, and I'll put up here. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And new rugs and curtains are definitely on the list as well. But oh, we got a delivery. Y'all, look what came in. Was this not literally perfect timing? This is my mystery box. Let me put it back here because it is heavy. Hope it doesn't break this table. Stay, okay? If y'all remember when I made that table, I actually glued it together. Anyway, I'm gonna be having my next mystery box sale on Whatnot on Thursday at 11 a.m. Y'all love these sales. I have a shopper that shops for me. She wraps everything up. It's all the vintage home decor items we love. So I'm gonna open them up. I'll be surprised, you be surprised, and then we're gonna put it up for auction, and all of the auctions will start at $1. If you're brand new to Whatnot, guys, you've got to come over. Every single sale, I have new people that are just so excited and absolutely loving Whatnot. It is an app where all day long they have different auctions going on. Anything and everything you could be interested in. I told y'all my daughter was buying all her Lululemon on Whatnot. Well, now her newest obsession is nails. They have this lady that paints nails, like the fake nails, and they are amazing, and she sells them, and my daughter has like really cute nails. I'm feeling like maybe I need to get some of those as well, but it's amazing, y'all. I'm telling you, anything you're interested in is on Whatnot, and make sure you use the QR code on my screen or use the link in my description, because you're gonna get a $15 credit to use, and it could be on anybody's auction. It does not have to be mine. So y'all make sure y'all come over and join me on Whatnot. I pretty much have sales every Thursday at 11 a.m. So if you're watching this at a later date, just go click the link and bookmark my shows. I'll be there. Okay, so I think I'm going to be done for now. I gotta go pick up Ren. I gotta go get some caulk so I can caulk this, paint it. And then I think what I'm gonna do tonight is, because this is taking, I thought I was gonna get this done in one day. It's taken way longer than expected, of course. I'll have the bookshelves caulked and painted, ready to go, and I'm gonna shop my stash. My garage right now looks like the most amazing thrift store. So I'm gonna pull out all of the items that I think I might want for the bookshelves, and then we're just gonna get a good night's sleep, start fresh in the morning, and get this living room finished up. I want to show y'all what a difference caulk makes and how important it is just to take the time to do it. Okay, so this side is not caulked. This side is caulked. I still have to paint it, but you can tell the difference. Also, if you watch my Instagram and Facebook stories, you have seen me freaking out over this caulk gun that I just picked up at Lowe's. OMG, y'all. Best $21 I ever spent. I will definitely link it in the description for y'all. That caulk gun made this job go so fast. So now it is perfectly seamless. I just have to come over, do this side, let it dry for a minute or for a little while, and then I'm going to paint it. I'm painting it the same color as the cabinet so it'll all blend together, but if you want it to kind of darken it up and go for a different look, you could definitely paint the paneling a different color, but I'm keeping everything the same. Y'all, it's looking so good. I am so sorry I decorated without y'all, but you didn't miss much. It was literally 4 or 5 hours of me climbing up the ladder, putting something up on the shelves, climbing down, standing back, looking at it, going back up, moving an inch, grabbing something, putting it on the shelf, moving something somewhere else. Literally just hours of that until finally I was like, okay, Julie, you have to finish up this video. You have got to stop. It's never going to be perfect. It's always going to be an evolving thing, but I feel like for the most part it looks really good, and I added the warmth that I wanted with the decor. I knew we were starting off with a very, very white slate, but I have done this for a long time and I have experimented with colors, and in the end I just like having a white base and then adding in all the warmth and all of the texture with all of my decor. Hold on, the room is not done because I just remembered something. I ordered these pillow covers like when we first moved in, and I've been waiting for this video to put them up, and then I forgot about them, y'all. Oh my gosh, look at this one. So gorgeous. So I got this one, and then I got this linen one. I figured this would be perfect for summer and spring, and then this linen one could stay out all year long. And actually this one comes in different colors, so I might order the brown for fall, we'll see. And then I got this lumbar pillow right here to go in the middle. So let me get some inserts. I hope I have enough inserts for all this, and get these on the sofas, and then we will do the final tour. I try to mainly use things that I have and not order too much new stuff, but I really didn't have any pillow covers that I like, and I've never had like a cute matching set like this. So I am very excited, and I will link everything in the description for y'all. All right, now it's done. Well, part 1 anyway, because there's definitely going to be a part 2 to this living room makeover, because I want to do a faux lime wash look on the wall of the fireplace using milk paint. So make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, because I have all of the milk paint colors, so we're gonna sample some and see what will look best. Also, I have the curtains and the rugs coming in, and we have this wall over here that we have to deal with. If you have any ideas for a big blank wall, let me know. I definitely have some, so we'll get that decorated. I'm also not opposed to thrifting or possibly buying some new furniture pieces, and I'm still not 100% happy with how the tile came out, so I'm thinking that might end up getting a lime wash as well, so we'll just see. But I am just why nobody told me I've been filming the whole time with this cabinet open? Let me close that. I'm just really happy that this room is together. We've just been kind of living in this white box since we moved in, and every time I add in my own stuff and my own decor and put my touches in it, it just feels like more and more my home. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Tomorrow I'm gonna start filming another video that will be out Friday. I went to an amazing estate sale. I think it was on Friday. It was so crazy, y'all, and so many people. I didn't even get any clips of the sale. So we're gonna do a haul and we're gonna do a little more styling. So don't go anywhere because I'm gonna take some really good pictures and some videos of the entire space. Y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys. I know the darker, moodier paint colors is what's on trend right now, but I'm just still a light and bright type girl. And honestly, it doesn't matter what is in style. I feel like in your home, you should do what you love. I like having a neutral background, and all of my pieces that I've spent so much time thrifting and collecting, I want those to be the star of the show, not my wall color. And I think once all my decor, my furniture's in the house, it absolutely has that warm, cozy feel. I am obsessed with how this light fixture came out. I'm so glad I took the time and conquered my fear of heights to paint that thing. I still have 2 more to do, but luckily they are not, the ceilings aren't as high in that room. So of the 3 DIYs that I did in today's video, y'all leave a comment below and let me know what is your favorite. I am also obsessed with these hydrangea pillow covers. Absolutely love them. And I'm sure the decor I have on my bookshelves will change over time. I just wanted to use things that I had, but I feel like I got room to collect more.